Hey everybody, what's going on today? In this Illustrator CS6 tutorial, we're going to learn how to create variable stroke widths, and we're going to use the width tool. What I mean by creating variable stroke widths is that I'm going to be able to change different parts of the stroke width in my line here. So I just made a line segment and it has a stroke of 9 points on it. And then I can start creating things like this and making the stroke widths different at different parts of the line segment. So let's go ahead and get started. Draw a line with the line segment tool. And if you hold shift, you can draw a straight line. It's up to you. And then you can adjust the stroke weight here by clicking on the arrow buttons or just typing in a stroke weight that you want to use. I already have mine, so I'm just going to delete that one. And I'm going to click on the stroke width here, or the width tool here, I mean. And if you click and hold, there's a couple other tools, but the width tool should be on top. So here's some other tools if it's hidden behind that. And the first thing you want to do is you can see that there is like a little dot on your path line, and that's how you know that you're on the tool. You can click and it'll put a point down for you. You click and drag up or down, and it'll create a variable width for you. Now you can click on the point and drag it to move it along the path if you want to. You can click on the outside edges to increase the size or decrease the size. So you can do something like that where it's super small, or you can make it bigger. Another thing that you could do is double click on the middle point. You bring up the width point edit. This way you can adjust the each side individually with a more of a fine tune. So if I start increasing side 1, it's going to make it taller on just the one side. If I do side 2, it's going to make it taller on the bottom side. Here's the constrain proportions button. Click that to link them together, and if I start upgrading side 1, it's going to do the same to side 2. You can also do the same thing with the total width here. This will bring them both up as well. If you click on this adjust joining width points, it's going to adjust these sides as well that are next to it that join this one right here. Okay. Another thing that you can do is if you hold down Alt and drag on one of the sides, you can just adjust that side. If you hold down Alt and drag on the middle point, it'll create another point for you. And then if you want to add some more points, I'm going to add a few more points. So for the sake of adding more points, and then if I hold shift and click, I'm going to be able to select multiple points and then adjust all those points at once. If I shift click on one that I already had selected, it'll come off, and then I won't be adjusting that point, as you can see there. So this way you can create different shapes with your stroke. Let's get back to a regular line. All right, there we go. We just have a regular line now. So if you want to start creating your own profiles, to like save for later or anything like that, you can do that in the stroke menu, or you can check up here at the top. There's a couple profiles that are already there, and you can click on these. Make sure you have your stroke or your stroke selected. And if I click on this one, it's going to change into that. And all types of things like this. You can mess with your end caps if you want to, and all that. We've also got the profiles over here in the stroke menu, which are these 3 lines. We can pick from those as well. And just to get back to the normal one, you want to go to Uniform. Now, if you have a profile that you created, such as something like this, and you actually want this fat part to be on the left side, all you got to do is click this button, and it will flip it along the side. If you need to do that and they're opposite on the across, going across from each other. So if they're different like this one, you can flip across using this button here. If you add a point and you want to delete it, all you got to do is select the point when you have the width tool selected. Like this one, I can select. And if I hit delete, it's just going to delete it for me. Let me go back to uniform. This has brought the, let me go to the selection tool. This has brought the stroke way down. I'll bring it back up. There we go. Go back to uniform. And there, now I got a regular stroke here. But that's how you use the width tool. Shift W is the hotkey. And that's about all I need to tell you on that. So go ahead and mess around with it. The more you mess around with it, the better feel you can get for it. And instead of just watching the video and then going to hope to do it later, you might forget some things and get a feel for how this works. So thanks a lot for watching, you guys. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next tutorial. See you later.